Hi everyone, good afternoon. My name is Ruth, Jamie Encarnation, but for those of you who know me, you probably know me better as just Jamie. And I'm running for the position of Vice President of Internal Affairs. And so let me just give you a little bit of background on myself. I grew up in Concord, which isn't too far from here, and I did my undergrad at Berkeley. I've worked with CVS Pharmacy for about the past 4 years, first as a technician, and then a district trainer, and now I'm here. So, seems pretty simple, right? Well, it was a little bit more difficult than that. I admit growing up, I didn't think that I was going to have an issue with higher education because my parents always worked really hard to support me and my sisters. And so I thought, if I did my part and I got good grades and I stayed active in school, college wasn't going to be a big deal. But I had my eye on Berkeley and I actually got rejected. I had a family friend who was part of a mentorship committee at Berkeley and told me, let's fight it. Let's go ahead and try to get you in. And I had no clue that there was actually an appeals process. And I don't know if you guys knew also that for pre-pharmacy programs or for undergraduate, there's an appeals process. But it was a tough process. I went ahead and did it, and I overturned my rejection. And so that to me was pretty amazing. I was kind of inspired at the fact that someone took their time to petition for me and try to get me into a college that I really wanted to get into. So ever since then, I've really been involved in mentoring. At Berkeley, I was a big sib in my major to 3 younger sibs. And then I also spent a couple semesters mentoring to 4th through 6th graders in low-income regions in San Francisco. And then on top of that, I was part of an organization on campus that would spend spring breaks going out to high schools all over California, up from Northern California down to San Diego. And we talked about higher education, and we talked about overcoming things like social status and income and things like that, or race or age or whatever, and kind of gave them some college and career counseling. So as you can see, mentoring is very important to me. This year I was also an AMCP mentor, and I actually also applied to be a Poise mentor. So I'm always trying to stay active in that regard. And that's also why I'm running. That brings me to why I'm actually here today, why I want to be the VP of Internal Affairs, and it's because it has a lot to do with mentoring. So if you think for a moment, what exactly for you is mentoring? Are you just there to give advice and to kind of help someone get through a procedure? Well, maybe, but for me it was really personal because I feel like I'm a product of successful mentorship. And so I kind of want to lead AMCP into that direction and kind of make sure that the mentorship program is always well funded, that it's well organized, and that I can use all of my networks to make sure that people see that this is a really successful and useful program. Mentorship for me is a complete and ongoing process. It means that someone has some knowledge and someone out there needs that knowledge, and then you build a relationship between the two, and it's something that's always ongoing. I still talk to my mentors from college. I still talk to my AMCP mentor that I met last semester, and I think that continuity is really the key. So I actually plan on doing things monthly so that the mentors and the mentees can always keep in contact, because sometimes you need a little push to make sure that it keeps going. And overall, in the end, the whole goal is to actually reach some kind of attainable goal, which is to get into pharmacy school or get a job. And I hope that within the mentorship program that we set attainable goals with our mentees and we go out there to reach them. So that was actually my platform for the position, if you guys had read through that. And let me just leave you off with a little thought. My motto in life has always been, lift as you climb. And that has nothing to do with lifting, because obviously I can't really lift that much. But that just means that, while we're here at Pacific and we're trying to climb to the top of our profession, we also need to lift others with us, and we do that through mentoring. So as you can see, I hope that you see now that I'm a really dedicated person. I have a lot of commitments to mentorship programs, tons of experience, and so when you go out there and you're voting for VP of Internal Affairs, remember to vote for me, Ruth Jamie. Thanks for your time.
Hello, my name is Glen, and I'm running for mainly Internal Affairs, similar to Julia. I'm running because I believe in one thing. Mentors are important no matter where you are in life. Personally, who here remembers what it's like to apply to pharmacy school? A lot of hands. Did anyone have help applying to pharmacy school? Again, a lot of hands. Well, personally, when I was at UC Davis, I heard about the mentorship program here at Pacific, and I came and I met some first years who are currently on their rotations. And throughout the process of applying for pharmacy school, there was personal statements, resumes, FarmCast, or transfers. And then after FarmCast, there was even supplemental. It kind of makes me nervous just thinking about it, right? It was really stressful, but luckily I had mentors to count on. These mentors did more for me. They looked over everything. Even though they had quizzes, as you're all aware of, they had midterms, they had finals, they still helped me through the process and wanted me to succeed. And that success, I'm proof of that success. I'm here standing, giving you this speech. As a current mentor, I know what it's like. I currently help out a lot of my mentees or people I met at the mentorship meeting last semester. I answer questions about pharmacy school. I'm looking forward to giving my time to look over their personal statements or their resumes or any questions they may have. But I want to do more than just that. I want to be more than just a mentor. If you vote for me for the internal affairs position, I will do 3 things. 1, I'll provide more opportunities to meet with your mentees, which help build that lasting relationship you want and they want as well. 2, I want to provide more opportunities for the mentees to learn about pharmacy. Personally, as an undergraduate, I didn't know much about pharmacy, but I always want to do more. I always want to learn more. And it shows because as I'm attending pharmacy school now, it's overwhelming all the information we get. My inbox, I can't even clean up my inbox. I clean it every semester. But lastly, 3rd, I think the most important thing is I want to hear your idea. I want to hear what you want to see in a mentorship program because I'm only one person, right? I can only know so much. With that said, I hope you vote for me, Glen, for internal affairs. You don't have to vote for public affairs. That's okay. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kim, and I'm running for Media and Legislative Liaison and VP of Internal Affairs. I am a part of AMCP because managed care is a growing and all-encompassing aspect of pharmacy. As such, I believe it is important for us as pharmacy students to not only advocate managed care, but also promote the career of pharmacy, whether it is through supporting legislative issues or perpetuating interest in our chosen profession. As a member of AMCP Executive Board, I will strive to fulfill the duties of my elected position with these ideals in mind. I have had several leadership opportunities through which I have honed my teamwork and organizational skills. In my undergrad here at Pacific, I served as media chair for Kappa Alpha Theta. In this position, I single-handedly created, designed, and maintained the chapter's website. As webmaster, I wrote all the content on the website, took photos of all our events to later edit and post, and integrated social media platforms such as Twitter and Facebook, as well as handled all online correspondence with alumni via the website. I also acted as liaison between active members and alumni by communicating announcements and promoting our philanthropy events. These duties are closely aligned with the duties of media and legislative liaison, and I am confident that I can be an effective and proactive elected member in this position. I am passionate about promoting pharmacy and would like to help you as my fellow classmates to keep up on legislative issues. Along the same vein about my passion about supporting pharmacy, I believe that connecting with future student pharmacists is also vital. Doing so not only strengthens the growth of our field, but also potentially expands our professional networks. As VP of Internal Affairs, I would fulfill my duties as Mentor Outreach Program Director by working towards these goals specifically. In undergrad, I also served as Kappa Alpha Theta's Marketing Chair, helping plan our school-wide philanthropy event by promoting and advertising as well as coordinating donations and planning the event. In my hometown, I am also one of the founders of Panther Sparkles Cheerleading, a branch of a nationwide project called Sparkles Cheerleading, which promotes the integration and acceptance of mentally disabled students at high school campuses. As founder, I helped coordinate, plan, and execute the program at my high school by communicating with school administration and working closely with the school's special education program. I also helped expand the project's exposure by recruiting volunteers and working on media appearances at local events and on TV outlets such as Discovery Health and The Oprah Winfrey Show. These experiences have equipped me with the communication and organizational skills to be an effective and committed VP of Internal Affairs. I am dedicated to supporting pharmacy community and hope that, as a member of AMCP Executive Board, I can actively promote our profession and help you do so as well.